Hello and welcome to Better Than Yesterday podcast, brought to you by MTN Coaching. Today it is Laura and Nicole having just a girls' chat.
Ooh.
So, first of all, Nicole, how are you today?
I'm good. Yeah, feeling like this has been like week 1 of January.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I feel finally in a routine.
Yeah, that was me last week, to be fair. I feel like the first week back, first week back I was swamped. I was not on top of life. I was not coping. And then, the weeks have gone on. It's been good. I've been in a really good routine of waking up really early, getting my work done really, really early, and finishing earlier, which has been amazing.
Ideal. It is the goal. And it is continuously being worked on. But no, like I feel like I was moving flat in the first half of January, so I feel like I'm now settled and I'm ready to go. And hence why I wanted to have a girls' chat, because I feel like recently everyone that I've been talking to, all my clients about, we've all kind of been here, there and everywhere. Not everyone's January was like off to the best start. And obviously we coach predominantly females, if not all females. And I feel like there's just been a lot of girl chat recently.
There has been.
And I want to talk about it.
I also want to talk about the fact that we're still in the year of the snake. Like the year of the horse doesn't begin.
Right. When's it finish?
Yeah, it's the middle of February is when the year of the horse begins.
Horse.
So any shedding that you still have to do, you have time.
Oh.
So I was panicking because I was like, New Year. You know, you get that like New Year motivation. I didn't actually have that.
So we're gonna finish the snake, start the horse in Bali.
Yeah, I know. Spiritual significance there.
100%.
So if your New Year wasn't off to the best start, ours wasn't really either.
No.
We hadn't really figured it out. A lot of people were feeling the same. We still have some time, so if there's anything that you still need to sort out, you have a little bit of time.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah, another 2 weeks or so. So I feel like I'll be
is
right
that
in the rhythm.
New Year stuff?
Yeah, it's Chinese New Year. So yeah, anyway, things are going well right now. We're in good routines. We're kind of feeling like the January slump is coming to an end. And yeah, lots to look forward to. So this chat is just quite an informal one because like if we listen to podcasts, most of them aren't even specifically fitness. It's just like girly general chat. We all talk about some fitness stuff because obviously that's what we do.
And most podcasts don't even have like a this is what we're discussing today.
Yeah,
like
just kind of evolve.
Yeah. And like when I got asked like what to do for this one, I was like, I just want to chat. Like and like talk about stuff that you would talk about with your pals. Like so I think girls listen, obviously, join in the chat. I've asked for loads of cues on Instagram and stuff. But also guys, if you want a sneak peek into
our brains,
listen.
Okay, so the first, we have got kind of topic areas just so that we have some sort of direction. So the first thing was training and relationships. So for example, training when your partner doesn't train, the gym becoming a non-negotiable, some people feeling guilty for prioritizing training, and then supporting each other versus growing apart. So obviously working with so many females, sometimes this does come up. Sometimes people are like, I really want to get into my fitness journey, but my partner isn't interested or isn't supportive of it.
Yeah.
Was
our question?
Yeah.
Sorry,
have you experienced that?
For sure. I think this was actually number 1 on my list when I was thinking of ideas for this podcast. I was like, training, like one of the biggest things that come up with clients and things that I've had to kind of adapt in my own life is considering someone else. And like, I think I used to go on the fence of fuck them, like, you know what I mean? Like, do you, girl, like, don't care what they say, blah, blah, blah. But equally, like, as the years have went on, I've realised that, you know, when I'm tracking my calories, when I'm wanting to weigh out my dinner, when I'm wanting to do X, Y, and Z, it's so easy just to be like, oh, just do it, or tell your clients, oh, just do it. But it's not as simple as that. And I think you really do have to, in a compromising, committed relationship, sometimes that you have to consider the other person.
Yeah.
And for me, who's like such a lone wolf and like a girl's girl, kind of like do what you want kind of thing. It was quite a hard shift for me to consider someone else and realize it's not their goal. Like Jack couldn't care less about tracking his calories or you know, weighing out his dinner. He's so supportive of me doing it. But then equally, I know that there's a lot of clients that don't have a partner that's supportive of that, or like will just kind of encourage them off plan.
Yeah.
And then I'm having to hear that in their check-ins that, oh, like I went out for dinner because I couldn't say no, or I didn't want to say no. And it's not that I couldn't say no, you know what I mean? Like they feel like they don't want to speak up. Whether it's their partner or their gran or their work colleagues, like they don't want to say, oh, I'm actually prioritizing tracking calories at the moment, or I really want to like work on my physique. Like so many people have a problem speaking up about that. And like that's why I'm so overly vocal about having public accountability and telling people your goals so that you're able to stick to it more, because I know that in a partnership with someone or with friends or with colleagues that don't have the same goals as you, it's so hard. Like, and it's a hard thing to bring up.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I think, like you're saying, there does have to be a compromise. But I also think if someone wants the best for you, they should want to support you, of course. But it does become difficult. And this is something, sorry, this is actually a bit of another tangent, but sometimes people being like, oh, you don't need to do that. You don't need to lose weight, or you don't need to just have the cake or whatever. And like, you obviously can do what you want to do, but sometimes saying like, this is a goal that I have, in order for me to get to there, I can't do these things, and I just want you to be supportive of that, and like true friends or partners or whatever will respect that.
Yeah, of course.
But there's always going to be people that almost don't want to see you do that, or don't want to see you progress or doing so well. But I think in a relationship, you obviously have to make some sort of compromise. Like, look, I'm going to do this. Like, we'll go out for this meal, but let's make it Nando's because I can track that. Or this is like, say you're working towards your wedding, like, this is a kind of short-term goal. Like, I only have a certain time frame to do this. I need to stay on track for this, and I just need you to understand. Yeah,
and I think that's where a lot of girls, and maybe guys as well, but obviously I don't have that experience because I'm not a guy. But like, for girls, again, I've spoken about it in another podcast about how the lonely gal era is so real when you start to get more into fitness and start to prioritize yourself and start to have like your own goals in that, I guess, affect the people around you that didn't know that version of you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like if you're going from someone that always said yes to drinks and always went out for meals and didn't, you know, told them to have a slice of cake when they didn't want one, to then all of a sudden shift into, oh, I'm tracking my calories now, or I can't have that. Shift. Yeah, exactly that. And then it's that lonely gal era can be quite hard because, again, a lot of the people around you might not want you to win, or might not encourage you, or even just as simple as don't understand the concept of tracking calories, or going to the gym instead of going out, or whatever it is. And that can be quite hard to kind of realise that a lot of the people around you either don't want you to win or don't understand what you're doing to better yourself, or sometimes do understand it and project their own insecurities onto
they're
you.
Like, I can do that.
Yeah, or I can. Oh, you don't need to do it. Exactly that. Oh, I don't need to do that. Or you're tracking calories, like, or you're trying to lose weight, or you're trying to look better. Like, it must be coming up in my For You, but like, there was like a lot of it's like when it's noticing when someone doesn't want you to win, or if one of your friends doesn't like you, it's more noticeable now, or like it'll come out in things like that. Like, so like when you're saying you want to better yourself, they'll maybe project their own insecurities or like don't want you to win. But then the second you're like, oh, I had to take a away last night, or
celebrate that.
They celebrate it. Exactly that. Or like, or me and my partner are going through something, it's like, oh, like tell me more. Like that's when you realise that they maybe don't have your best interest in heart. And again, that's when it starts to get a little bit lonely, because maybe, obviously super lucky, I've got a lovely partner, and now the people around me want me to win.
Yeah.
But there was 100% a time where I didn't have a supportive partner, and the people around me were not into fitness and looked and said I was doing too much. And obviously at points I probably was. But one of my classic sayings is, if they're telling you you're doing too much, they're probably doing too little.
There's also something I was going to say there, and it's like, I can't remember the exact phrase. It's like, discipline looks like obsession to people that don't have it, or something like that.
Yes, I saw that the other day as well.
And it's like, like we are so disciplined, and to other people they might think there's something wrong with you for doing that. But it's like, I get so much confidence and strength from showing up for myself and doing the things that I said I was going to do.
Yeah.
And also when it comes to people saying like, oh, you don't need to, like, of course I don't need to lose weight. Like, I don't need to, but I want to. Yeah. And that's a choice, and that's okay. So sometimes when people come to us, they're like, I really, really want to tone up. Like, I know I'm not big. Almost like trying to justify the fact that they want to achieve a goal. And it's like, you're well within your right to want to do what you want to do.
Yeah.
So just because someone says you don't need to, you can do what you want to do. But yeah, the people around you definitely either support you or bring you down.
Yeah.
And I think, for example, with us, our 12-week peak program, we have something on every single weekend. The difference that makes for people social-wise, because they have plans that don't involve drinking every single weekend and doing like wholesome activities, but they're surrounded by like-minded people. Like being surrounded by like-minded people helps you so much.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
If you're in a relationship where your partner is like not interested in doing that, not tracking that, I'm getting takeaways, like you can't change them. That's what they want to do.
100%.
But maybe if you're surrounding yourself with other people that are doing all these things, that'll make it a little bit easier. And they should also be understanding and for you and what your goals are.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have to break up with anyone or stop talking to people that, you know, aren't tracking calories or aren't like on your level of like self-improvement or even just your type of self-improvement. But exactly that, if you find your people outside that relationship, then 100% can coexist. But I think the main point of this is like a lot of people do struggle with even like their partners' families offering them food that's not tracked, and you know, like maybe they even live with their partner's parents or their parents, or they are still living at home and they're getting their meals cooked for them, like all these kind of things where you're not in the traditional box of like you can track every meal, you can prep every meal and all that. Like that, it can be more difficult. And
but also time wise as well, being like, oh no, this weekend I need to fit in my gym session instead of doing something else.
Yeah.
And like justifying that.
Going out for brunch.
Yeah.
Again, and I'll like, or you drinking alcohol, and I think we're gonna cover that topic, but like, it obviously can be done, but it's just not measured.
Yeah.
And it's like what's measured gets managed.
Yeah.
And if you're not measuring it, then it's a lot harder to manage, and then it's a lot harder to get the exact goal that you want to get.
Yeah. Definitely. Another thing I've written down is that how fitness can change your standards, so your lifestyle, your boundaries, your discipline. And I think that's something that I notice so often in clients, is that when they start this kind of road for self-improvement, they want more for themselves in life. They want better relationships. They get rid of old bad relationships. They want more for themselves in work. They just hold themselves to a much higher standard. And I think that's the thing with self-improvement, is you're always looking to improve. So the bar is constantly getting raised, which can be a good and a bad thing. But I definitely think it can change your standards.
And that 100% leads into the lonely gal era. Because when your standards are higher, whether that's working on yourself and seeing what you're capable of, and then realizing you want to surround yourself with people like that, and when people around you are not like that, it's harder to relate to them. Yeah. And then you start to kind of lose friendships, you start to lose common interest with your partner. Like again, if you got with your partner originally when you were maybe more out of shape, or, you know, eating takeaways all the time, or not going to the gym together, or whatever it was, like I know that my last relationship, very much that, like we thrived on eating takeaways together, like obviously doing no exercise. And then when I started to kind of get into that, and there was no common ground. Yeah. And, you know, we realised we had nothing in common, and then that's obviously, among other reasons, that relationship finished. And then when I was looking for, not that I was looking for a new partner, but when I was like, I said to myself, the next time that I speak to someone or meet someone, they have to be active. They have to, I had this list of criteria that I'd never had before. Yeah. And it was all things that, because it's important to me now.
Yeah. But that's because you've improved yourself. You then want an improved partner.
And this is going to sound mad, but like, or like maybe controversial, I don't know, but like before, I used to, like, my first crush when I was younger was like Keenan from Keenan and Kel. Like a slightly bigger guy, like Seth Rogen, like honestly, like slightly bigger, like guys, which still cute. Yeah. But I think there was an element of it that if I was with a bigger guy, I didn't feel as insecure. And now, not that I'm like massively attracted to like abs and muscles, like it's not necessarily the look that I like swoon after, but like there's an element of like respect there, and someone's like crap. Like, again, when I met Jack and he was like active at the gym and like had his hobbies of like sport and obviously as a PE teacher, like that was so attractive to me that he has that level of discipline and like
I find
respect
discipline really
towards
attractive.
Himself. Exactly. Whereas before, couldn't have cared less.
Yeah,
like before I was
because
into
like your level is like here. So like when you're raising the bar, you want someone also raising the bar. That also leads into this, which is glow up after breakups. I just think when you're going through a breakup, the best thing to do is get yourself like feeling amazing through the gym.
Yeah, but I think it happened. Maybe it doesn't happen naturally, but like I think exactly that. Like when you're going through anything, like not even just a breakup, like focusing on yourself. When I was literally talking about this to a client yesterday, where, you know, all of her friends around her were getting married, getting engaged, buying houses, moving out. She's still living with her parents, and she had this like moment of like, oh, like my life is like just not that great right now.
Can I just
like,
say, I go through this phase all the time.
So many people do.
I think everyone in their late 20s, early 30s goes through this phase where they're like,
everyone around them is changing.
Am I behind?
Yeah.
Am I in the right place? Should I be elsewhere? Should I be further ahead?
Yeah.
Like, I go through this all the time.
Yeah, 100%. And I think Jack and I are like the only couple in our friendship group that aren't engaged or married or having a baby. Like, not that I'm pressured by that in the slightest, but like, it's like definitely like aware of.
Yes.
And the same thing with like other, again, my client that was speaking about it, I was explaining like when those things are uncontrollable, you know, you can't control really when you're going to have a kid right now if you're not got a partner or etc. You can't really control that you've not, well, you can control, but you know what I mean? It's not something that you can give, you can't sit there and be upset that these are the things that you don't have or other people around you have. But what you can do is focus on yourself.
Yeah.
And like focus, and that if you focus on that, like everything that I have today was because I focused on myself
100%.
And bettered myself.
I agree with that.
Like,
I agree
same with you.
that. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My nose keeps running.
No, I fully agree. We were speaking about this in Starbucks just there. Like, if you don't know what to pursue right now in life, pursue yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Because every time that you improve yourself, you kind of just unlock that next level.
Yeah. And
you want more and you want better, and that then presents better to you. Like, you will accept less than you deserve when you aren't feeling your best.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But even to like put that into like monetary terms is like, I always need an analogy for something to like understand it. But like when you have a kind of lower paying job, like your standards of like flat that you live in, clothes that you buy, money spent on things is lower, like just naturally to suit the amount of money that you're making. Whereas when you make more money, your standard of flat's better, the clothes that you buy are probably better, like what you spend your money on or invest your money in is higher. So like that matches the same when it's your energy towards you. Like everything just becomes more important, and if it doesn't better you, it's kind of it's not worth your time.
100%.
Well, there's a quote going around right now actually that's like, if it's not
making me richer, smarter, prettier,
like not interested.
I'm not interested.
And it's so true though, because again, like all these things, like saving for a house and like having savings and stuff like that, like now that that's a possibility for me, that is something I'm putting my energy into, and my standards for that are now higher, and I prioritize other things so that I can save. When I was making tuppence and working God knows how many hours in retail, like that wasn't even an option. Wasn't on my radar that was getting prioritized because it wasn't an option. Whereas now, again, when you work on yourself and when you, whether it's lose weight or gain muscle or even just like self-development, confidence, every door opens, I feel like, for you. Well, not every door, but you know what I mean. Like so many more doors open for you. I
agree. I think like it just comes down to that, like working on yourself. Like I feel like every single year I'm like, oh, like that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Like everything just keeps falling into place. But it's through effort. It's not just like, it's through awareness and work that you kind of unlock these next levels. But I definitely think fitness plays a huge part in it, I would say.
Yeah. I think when you like realise that you can do hard things.
Yeah.
You wanna know what other hard things you can do.
I think even just down to starting being self-employed, like I think in fitness you obviously see delayed gratification. You see the fact that the work that you put in, you get out, and it just gives you the confidence. Like if I work really, really hard, I get this.
Yeah.
So it gives you that confidence that if I do that in a different area of life, you get a better outcome.
Yeah.
So I think that relationships, like everything, it comes down to that.
I say that literally all the time, that when you're aware of like what transferable skills.
Yeah.
Like, just because I was able to track my calories for a certain amount of time, lose X amount of weight, gain X amount of muscle, like that has fully transferred into having the patience to save money and having the discipline to educate myself more. You know what I mean? Like everything goes into that, into every other area as well. Like it bleeds into it all, and it improves every area of your life.
Yeah, I agree.
How many people get into fitness and don't improve anything else?
I know. Like it's just like a byproduct. And if you think about a lot of business owners, like they are really into fitness because it's just about that, like doing hard things and being really disciplined. It unlocks so much.
It's not a coincidence that this is in a book somewhere, I swear, but it's not a coincidence that all the most successful people in the world get up at 5 a.m.
No, I know.
You know what I mean? And like, because their standards of what they're able to get out of a day is now higher.
Yeah.
And
also things like your time.
Yeah.
Like I didn't used to have as much awareness of my time. Now, like I'm like, time is the most valuable thing that you have. Like what you do with your time matters so much. So if you look at your screen time or like how you structure your day, people are like, oh, I have no time. I'm like, look at your screen time.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly that. And I've got a client that was like, oh, I can't fit my steps in today. And I was like, what time did you wake up? And she was like, 8 a.m. And
Get
I was
up
like,
earlier.
bruh.
You need to get up earlier.
And since then, she's like, I love my morning walks now. She's always going to kind of get her steps in. That was just like a simple thing. And now that she's realised that she can do that,
what else can I do? Yeah, definitely. It's win. Successful habits.
Yeah,
I would say. Okay, next kind of topic is comparison and body image. So some people say I compare myself to people online, or compare themselves to different body types, or want to like spot reduce fat. But what would you say about this? Because I would say that even though I'm now so body confident, I didn't used to be, like I used to pick myself apart. I still have days where I'm like, I do not feel good. But now it's not something that I dwell on. It's not something that I'm like, I don't speak negatively about myself anymore. I'm just like, I don't feel my best today.
Yeah.
But I don't, like I used to just completely
I think the biggest thing there, and someone, again, a client said this to me the other day, like, oh, I feel so fat today. And I was like, keyword, feel. And you just said it there, like, I don't feel my best. Like, I think when you do get more confidence and you do better yourself, feeling and recognizing that it is just a feeling and not fact is where we're able to kind of like dissociate that. Like anytime that we have off days where we feel bigger or we feel self-conscious or we feel like we're just not looking our best, we're very aware that it's a day thing. It's a now thing. It's not I am fat or I am, we're able to realise that tomorrow I'm probably going to feel better.
Yeah, or especially when you're due your period or whatever. But yeah, like it's just a feeling.
Yeah, and I think, just when you said the start of that, people comparing themselves, and I think obviously social media is like the biggest part of this. Like I think almost, obviously people compared themselves before social media, but there was a lot less people to compare to.
Yeah.
Now you're consuming hundreds of people a day that are doing more than you, that are looking better than you, that are training longer than you, eating less calories than you, or eating more protein than you. Like, it's endless. And again, I keep talking about my clients, but literally this is all the stuff. This is why I wanted to have this podcast, because this is all the chat that we have. This is all the chats that we have with our clients. And I love it. And I love kind of getting into those kind of conversations with my clients. And it's not just, here's your calories, here's your steps. Like, I love actually delving a bit deeper. And I had one client that she went to the gym. She said she had an awful session because she was just so in her head. You know, she was looking at everyone else around her. She was feeling a bit weaker. Or even one of my ex-clients, who's now like a good friend of mine, is Cara, shout her out. She was speaking about, she was in the gym and she was looking at the person next to her. And she messaged me being like, I've been stuck in these 12 kgs for so long, and this girl just lifted up the 14s. Like, I'm raging. Like, how is she able to lift up those 14s? And I was just like, Cara, you'll
get there.
You'll get there 100%. But you don't. She might have been stuck in those 14s for 5 years.
Yeah.
Like, you have no idea her background, her story, her starting point, blah, blah, blah. And she was like 100%. And now she's surpassed that. But like, it's so cool seeing that journey, and obviously also having conversations that we have had with ourselves years ago.
Yeah.
Like I don't think there's been a single conversation I've had with a client or a friend that I haven't felt
the same way
at one point, or even still feel that way. And again, still have moments like that. I'll see someone in the gym that's like, again, got bigger muscles than me or better glutes than me or shoulder pressing more than I can. And I'm just like, But I now, again, because I have a lot more confidence, and I used to be like the shyest, like least confident. I didn't show my legs until I was like 20.
I didn't used to wear shorts.
Like literally. But that, having that confidence now, or even just like setting up my tripod in the gym and not giving a crap about it.
I love that I can do that.
I love that I can do that. I literally put it right in the middle of the room yesterday.
And we got shouted at one
even
time.
for me, oh yeah, oh my God, I wish I had that footage to like show. This guy was shouting at me in David Lloyd for filming. Anyway, but again, before, or even like other clients would have been like, oh, okay, and then like that would have put them died, and that would have maybe put them off filming ever again.
Don't care.
I literally like shouted back at this man, being like, when are the rules to say I can? But
there probably are rules.
I know. But even then, like that confidence now, like I'm able to again take myself out of that feeling in the moment and know that and see the bigger picture, which some clients or some friends or some people haven't learned yet.
Yeah, that's actually such a good point. Like even something like videoing yourself in the gym. I used to be so mortified. I'd like hide my phone down, put it behind my water bottle or something, and now I just walk around. Like I'd go live in the gym and just not care. But I remember that when I first made my account, it was private, but I made it at a gym when I lived in Madrid because I would see people there just taking selfies, and I was like, this is so cool. But I think it's important as well to look at people as inspiration and not as jealousy. Like I don't look at anyone now and think, I'm so jealous of her. I'm like, hats off, I will be like that. I'll manage that.
One of my favourite things is exactly that. One of my favourite things is there's room for both. Yeah. There's room for both of us.
This is so important. I read something like this the other day, and it's like, you need to clap for other people's wins. Mm-hmm. It takes nothing away from you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I think a lot of people do see someone lifting heavier than them or leaner than them and think, they're unable to look at them and think, wow, that's so inspiring, or wow, they look great. They have to put it back on themselves if they're not enough, or they're not doing enough, or they're not strong enough, or lean enough. And I wonder where that change happens. I don't have the answer for that. But like, it does. And I think a lot of people, again, when they see us filming with our tripods, like on our Instagram, or feeling and looking confident on our Instagrams, like obviously we still have those days. But there obviously came a point where we just stopped caring.
Yeah.
And
I don't know when it was.
I don't know when that was.
It probably is just getting more confident in ourselves.
Yeah.
And just...
I think when you achieve a goal, like we've both had successful fat loss phases, we've both had successful muscle building phases. And like when you're able of like to tick that off and just be like, I did that. It starts... And again, and when it comes to the gym and filming yourself, I'm like, once you do it once...
Yeah, it's fine.
No one cares. Or like even like going on the barbell for the first time, like obviously with help and or people around you or in safe measures, but like once you do it once, like whatever you were scared of, gone.
Yeah, I think as well, when I think of influencers, when influencing kind of just started, and you'd see people out taking photos, and I would be like, oh my God, I could never just stand in front of people and get a photo taken. Like I could never. And I would almost look at girls and be like, how are they doing that? Or oh my God. Now I'm like, love.
Yeah. Or like any influencer that you see online, any successful, well-known person is doing the things that you would maybe see someone in the gym doing, or other people, or what you think people would think is like, who does she think she is? When they're the ones
they're doing it,
making bank, getting followers, feeling confident. Like that, like in a little, like I even now sometimes if I put a tripod up and I'm like posing in front of it for a specific part in a reel or something like that, there is a little bit of me that's like, oh, I can't believe I'm doing this.
But
like, I still do it. But there 100% would have been a time where I wouldn't even have opened my camera. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
same.
But all the people that I want to be like and inspired by and are making content that I would like to make, etc., are the ones like putting up a tripod in the middle of the street and walking past.
Yeah.
Like,
confidence is so cool.
So, but again, then there'll be people that will see people do that and think, ugh,
embarrassing.
Like, who does she think she is?
But that again is when if it's because it's like actually think about why you feel that way.
Yeah.
Like what is that inside you for you to feel jealous or you to feel annoyed or think that that's embarrassing? What does that say about how you feel about yourself? Because
that's one of the
if you're really, really confident, that wouldn't bother you. Like happy people are happy for other people. People that are successful will never judge you for starting a business or whatever. Like people that are doing well are happy to see others win.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's important. Like happy people are happy for other people.
Happy people don't hate.
Happy people don't hate.
Like as simple as that. Like if I get any hate, and even if it's something I might deserve hate for, whatever, I just think they're not happy.
Yeah.
They're not happy. Like it's as simple as that. And it is, for me, a lot of the time it's deflection. Or like, you know what I mean? Like they're whatever they're feeling, they're putting on you.
Mm.
It's as simple as that.
Simple as that.
Next.
So yeah, we still love ourselves. We're very confident. Maybe too confident. Someone said I was too confident. I was like, no.
What does that mean?
That can't be a thing. But we do still have days where we feel like shit, where we'll put clothes on. Also, like throughout this bulk has been uncomfortable. I gained like almost 10 kilos.
Yeah.
Like there's been times I've put clothes on, they don't fit. Like my outfit for tomorrow, the skirt doesn't go on. But again, it's like a feeling because I know I can change it. So I've got confidence there, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But yeah, we still have those moments of doubt and insecurity or whatever, but kind of just have learned to manage it through confidence.
Yeah, exactly that, through confidence.
Okay, up next is, I guess we kind of cover this a little bit, but social life whilst on plan. So saying no without feeling bad, training with social events, alcohol, and feeling guilt around it all, which I think people definitely do. So the past 2 years, I've done the 12-week peak like over my birthday, and I have drank. No, first year I didn't. Second year I did, but I literally had like 5 drinks and tracked it. You can stay on track if you're in a fat loss goal and drink alcohol. It's hard because especially if you're not eating as much, you're going to get drunk much faster. I had an absolute disaster during summer where that really put that into perspective for me, that alcohol really affects you when you're dieting. So you have to be very careful.
But you're talking mainly like decisions wise, or like how you feel after, like not the actual science of what alcohol's doing to your fat loss and muscle building. Like
it's more that you're then either feel like shit, or you're then eating rubbish, or you're drinking more because you're already drunk, or you're not going to walk the next day. You're not doing a food shop. You're not going to the gym. So the alcohol itself is not really that big a problem. Like if you limit it, it's not that big a problem at all. It's more the knock-on effects of it all.
Yeah, exactly. And I said that to a client that started on Monday, that she'd put in her thing, she plans on drinking 4 to 5 times a month throughout her fat loss phase. And obviously I have to explain, I'm never going to be a coach that says you can't do that.
Yeah.
I'll always say that if you are going to do that, here's why it's maybe not the most optimal. But I'm obviously not going to stop you. And again, any decision that any client makes, I will make sure that they're making so informed.
Yeah.
And obviously I just explained to her that she can still make plenty of fat loss progress whilst drinking 5 times a month, but we have to manage the expectations and the rate of which, you know, all the things that you, like 12-week peak, for example, the before and afters for that are mental. And I'd say less than 2% of the people doing the 12-week peak are drinking alcohol throughout those 12 weeks.
Yeah, no.
And any of the big winners have barely touched it, if at all. And that is the expectation of
to get that result.
Yeah. And again, the people that there's plenty. You see the mad results in 12-week peak, but there's loads that are more kind of, I guess, normal lifestyle changes. And they might have, you know, less prioritized eating out, or maybe just had more to lose, or you know, might have drank, or not even 12-week peak, but in general, like coaching, like the people that get the great results are the ones that are, you know, giving it their all. For some people that might just not be realistic, and they do have to have meals out their job, and they had, like, you know, 4 hen do's throughout their thing. So if that's just not possible, then you just have to manage the expectations of like what result they are going to get.
It's also, you can still get there. Your rate of progress just might be a bit slower. And that's fine.
Yeah.
Like for some people, that's fine.
Yeah,
like,
if you've got
I can't give up my life.
Yeah.
So I need to have it in more moderation. It's going to take a little bit longer, but I'll still get there. That's okay.
Yeah.
You don't need to completely cut something out to get to where you want to be. It will make it easier.
Yeah. It will make it easier. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
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 What was the start of that?
Just balancing training with social events, guilt around saying no.
I was going to say, it doesn't, not even social events, but some, going back to like meals, again, like date night, like living with a partner or a friend or a family member that isn't tracking, that can be just as difficult, I think. Because like, again, you're not able to control. And the guilt as well. Sometimes like sometimes I'm like, oh, do you want to get a wee takeaway? And I'm like, I've got 500 calories for dinner. Like, you know what I mean? And I feel bad for that sometimes. And obviously there's push and pull, but definitely like going into having guilt around that there is some, I think, when you're being selfish. And again, obviously it's okay to be selfish. And if you're working towards a goal, especially as like parents, a lot of my clients are mums, and they will get a lot of guilt in the fact that they're not maybe how they were before they were focusing on, or in general, I think there's just a lot more guilt focusing on yourself and having to have the people around you adjust to that.
There's something I was going to say there, but I can't remember what it was.
With guilt or with?
Maybe about guilt. What was I going to say? I can't remember. It'll probably come back to me. Back. What were you saying a minute ago?
Eating out with family members, friends, partners.
Yeah. Oh. No, I can't remember. It's gone. It'll probably.
You were talking about like alcohol.
Yeah.
And then I went and say, but it's not just about social events. Sometimes like not eating out with.
Oh, I was gonna say, I've got it, that people sometimes don't understand like the level of discipline that is required.
Oh yeah.
So for example, you're saying like I only have 500 calories. People will be like, oh wait, you actually do that? Like you actually just don't have something else? And it's like, no.
Yeah. Well, even today, like normally I get a latte if I go to Starbucks, or I get a cappuccino or something like that, which is like 200 calories. But because I was having a cinnamon bun, I had an Americano. Yeah. Like I again, other people maybe wouldn't take that into account, but I know that I've got X amount of protein to get today. I've got X amount of calories. And I was just willing to spend a little bit more on that cinnamon bun this morning. So I balanced that out with having Americano. So I saved 200 calories in my drinks, put it towards my breakfast, and then also we'll just have to prioritise my protein a little bit more in lunch and dinner.
I definitely didn't. I used to kid myself on. Like, I didn't realise the level of discipline required. Yeah. Like, I would be like,
think you're doing
the
enough.
Weekend. Like, I almost deserve to have, like, X, Y, Z. Which, if you're not got a goal, like, you can do whatever you want. But if you have a goal, the reason you're not getting there is because you're, like, cutting corners every week. And I used to do it all the time. Like,
or just dipping a toe in.
Doesn't count.
And it's like, it's almost like putting one foot in instead of both feet can mentally exhaust you of effort with no result or little result or less result.
But people that when it comes to topic peak, like people that are getting these results are doing more than people that aren't.
Oh, 100%.
Like that's just unfortunately a fact.
Yeah. But again, like I said, like you've got people that might be, tracking their calories Monday to Friday, have Saturday, Sunday off or off plan, and they're still, come Monday again, they're back to tracking. They're mentally getting fatigued from tracking your calories every day, prioritizing your protein, meal prepping to kind of undo it in 2 days. So like they're, again, mentally getting exhausted from all of this work and then not getting the result at the end of it.
And another thing I'd say
you may as well go 2 feet in.
Yeah, another thing I would say there though is like you can still make progress doing that, but you'll be 2 steps forward, 1 step back every single week. Now that means that your step forward is still going to step forwards, but you'd be 2 steps forward every week if you didn't do that. Yeah. But like again, it's like giving up alcohol or not, you'll still get there. It's just going to take longer. Yeah. So if you take weekends off, I think it was you that said that it's like 42% of your week. Yeah. If a Friday, Saturday, Sunday off, that's 42%.
30% of your week, pretty much. 33% of your week.
Like that's crazy. Yeah. If you think about it like that. But yeah. Okay, next topic is training goals, aesthetic versus performance. Now I know, was it Peter and Jay and David did a podcast about this, but just how your goals might change over time, because you don't necessarily always need to be doing a bulk or a cut or a maintenance or whatever. Like, you don't necessarily always need to be so rigid, but in order for you to achieve a goal, a specific goal, you need to have a specific plan, is what I would say. But obviously it comes down to enjoyment as well. But if you do have a certain goal, you do need to have a certain plan to get you there.
Yeah. You need a D-Day. Yeah. You need an end date. So whether that's fat loss or muscle building or high rocks or whatever it is, you need that date to get towards. So whatever the goal is, performance or aesthetics, if you don't have that date, same thing with like saving money or saving money for, I always relate it back to money, I don't know why.
Yeah.
But like, you need that holiday, you know what I mean? I'm saving to buy a house that year, or I'm saving to go on holiday in June. Like, you need that time pressure to kind of be more on plan. Because again, if I just said to you, oh, save $2,000 by June just cause, you're going to be like, okay, for what? Why?
How much is that?
You're probably going to spend more because you don't even know why you're saving it for.
Yeah.
Whereas if I said, oh, save $2,000 by March and I'll give you 4, you're going to be saving every single penny because you know exactly what you're going to get by the end of it. Same thing with like going back to what we just said about 2 feet in or 1 foot in or 2 steps forward, 1 step back. If you do that, you know, you're coming to May time, you're maybe halfway towards your goal, could have been fully there by now. And then it just, again, that mental fatigue of tracking your calories every day, weighing yourself every day, taking progress photos every week, like that is exhausting. And it's not a way to live life. But in order to get to the goal that you want to have a happier, healthier, more confident life, you need to do that for the short term.
Yeah.
But if you're not putting 2 feet in, you run the chance of doing that all year.
Yeah.
And then you're living your whole year in a
half-hearted like, on-off,
but energy draining on-off year. When if you just dedicate, I only diet for like the 12-week peak.
Yeah.
Like I only diet for like 12 weeks of the year. The rest of the year I'm in maintenance or I'm building.
But again, I think that comes down to us having knowledge. Like, I didn't used to have the knowledge that different phases were necessary. So I used to just want to be on a diet all the time. Because I was on a diet all the time, in quotation marks if you're listening, I was not doing anything. Yeah. Like, I wasn't dieting because you can't sustain that year round. So I wasn't actually doing anything productive. Whereas if you have clear time frames to do things, you know what you're doing at what points, and that makes it your body responds so much better, because when you're officially on a diet, you're actually losing weight.
You're also mentally able to give more.
Yeah.
Like, I'm ready to diet when I diet, because I'm like, I've been building, I've been maintaining.
Same right now.
Like, I'm like, when it comes to the 12-week peak, like I'm so ready to like lock in.
Yeah.
Because I've been
had a mental break from it.
Yeah, exactly that. Whereas again, people that are always trying to kind of start the Monday or every other month, or, you know, even get a decent fat loss phase, but then as soon as it's done, gain all the way back, and then they're back dieting again. It's like, you're not, see if you just spend a little bit more time afterwards maintaining, and you're able to take a little bit more allowances and have a lot more freedom, so that the next time that you might diet after you've built a decent amount of muscle, you're going to be ready for it.
But again, I think that comes down to like knowledge and confidence, and being like, I know that when I diet I get results, because a lot of people have a history of fad diets where they say they're on a diet and they know they're failing. Yeah. So every time that they start it, they don't get anywhere. Whereas we know when we start it, we get our end result, because we know what we're doing. Yeah. So we know that when we start, we know what our end result will look like. We know roughly how much we'll lose. We'll know what our physique will look better. We have that confidence. Whereas if you start, you're putting in the reps, you're counting your calories, you're doing your steps, you don't have the confidence that you're going to get there because you haven't seen it before. Yeah. So I think once you've done it and you've realised, proven to yourself that you can do it, you then have the confidence that you can sign up for something and achieve the goal. But you can't do that. Like, you don't want to do it. You're not going to achieve that if you don't fully commit to doing it the first time round. Or not the first time round, but when you work with a coach, for example. Yeah. If you listen to all the advice and you actually follow the plan, you will get the result. You then have the confidence that you can do that again. Yeah.
All my clients will know how much I shove the the book The Mountain Is You by Brianna West.
I've actually not read it. I need to.
I can't read, so I I can't read with any sort of attention span. So like I listen to it. It's on Spotify.
I'll listen to that.
Yeah, no, it's so good. Like, it was in New Zealand that I'd go for walks in the morning, or I'd go for sunset walks, and I would have that on, and I would just literally take notes of like all the quotes that it would say, because it was so good. But my clients are genuinely sick of me talking about The Mountain Is You by Brianna West, because I'll say it all the time. It's all about self-sabotage, and like I feel like, again, I'm saying this as a generalization. Like, I feel like that's a big thing with girls. It definitely happens with guys as well, but since this is a girls' chat, I'll talk about girls. I genuinely believe, like, so many girls, what they think is lack of discipline or lack of control, or what they might even consider binge eating, is actually self-sabotage. And it purely comes from, no, again, obviously there's exceptions to the rule, and there's other reasons, but like, it's mainly you not believing or having the confidence that you're able to be this person now. And like, so like, anytime that you get a decent result, and I've got a reel somewhere that actually did really well about, it was like a funny audio of like, I can't laugh yet, I've got to hold it in. And it's about the second I see results, I think, this is when I'm going to overeat, this is when I'm going to binge eat, or this is when I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. And that's purely because I think, if I get these results, I'm going to have to maintain them. I don't think I can maintain them. Like, I don't think I can. This is so hard for me to stick to this diet. I can't live my life like this. And a lot of people don't realise that they don't have to live their life like that. A diet is for a short time period for a reason. It's not, you don't have to be in those calories. It's not a lifestyle. It's not, you don't have to be in those calories for the whole time. But because they believe that they're not ready to be this confident person. They're not ready. They've again, going back to the lonely girl era of like, they have their life, they're moving into their new life. That limbo stage is full of self-sabotage and pulls you back to what you know, which is comfortable. Yeah, and sometimes even comfortable is hating yourself. Yeah. Like, a lot of people...
That's what you're used to.
You're used to kind of being comfortable in not... Like, it's what you know. Whereas you don't know the world where... You love yourself. You're so body confident. You wear bikinis at the drop of a hat. Like, you don't even consider... Like, the thought of, like, wearing shorts for us in the gym now it's not even a thought.
Second nature.
Like, we
I
just
wake up
will.
and I can't wait to put colourful clothes on.
Yeah.
I used to only wear black leggings.
Exactly. Yeah. But there's people...
Like, I'd cry
we have
shorts
like,
on.
all of us will have clients where are still fully wearing... And again...
That's fine.
Absolutely fine. But still wearing, like, fully length leggings and fully covered T-shirts, baggy T-shirts. Not because they want to, and if you want to, absolutely grand, but because they feel...
Almost undeserving, or like not ready,
not
or not
confident. Yeah. And again, a lot of people will kind of go through the phases of the trans-theoretical model of change and go back the way because of self-sabotage.
Yeah.
And it's when you understand it and when you recognize it and make sense of it, it's like, it doesn't make any sense. Yeah. Like, oh, I feel rubbish, I don't think I can commit to this, so what am I going to do instead of actually trying to commit to this is I'm going to ruin it. Yeah. And it doesn't make sense. It's not logical. But in those times, it's not logic that you're looking for, it's comfort.
Yeah. And I think that is, again, just another learning process, and like recognizing that in yourself. Like, okay, last time I got to roughly here, this is what I did. So next time I get to roughly here, I need to think of a different plan. Yeah. And like, I'm still doing that with so many things in life. Like, recognizing reactions and being like, okay, right, this time that this happened, I did this. So what am I going to do going forward? Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Next topic, fitness myths. Now, there's so many fitness myths. So let's debunk some. What is one fitness myth that you can think of that people still believe in?
I'm on the spot. Obviously, the main one, the obvious one, weights make you bulky. Yeah. Or lifting heavy makes you bulky. Yeah. I think there's definitely more information out there now that even the people that think weights make you bulky, they know that they need to lift weights, but they still think, and what you used to think, light weights.
Yeah, I used to think that, like, I would purposely lift light weights. Like, I would purposely go lighter because I thought heavy weights would make me look big.
Yeah.
And they would make me look like massive and really, really muscly. I've been trying for like 10 years now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not muscly.
We're
Still
not
there.
bulky, yeah. Like, I could try my hardest to be bulky and it would take a crazy amount of food and
steroids
to make me that way. And all the people, when I get questioned on this with clients or like, and I'll always encourage them to genuinely tell me how they feel, any reservations they have or whatever it is. And I'm like, okay, so if you're in fear of looking too big or building your back out too much or whatever it is, making your legs too big, show me what you are scared of. Like, please show me an example of the gal that you don't want to look like. And 9 times out of 10, it's a steroid lifting bodybuilder.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
that's not easy.
That's not easy. They've tried so hard to look like that. And again, they've worked for years to specifically look like that. They're posing in a way.
It's not going to happen overnight.
It's not going to happen to you. And I've had a really long discussion with one of my clients who used to be anorexic and is now, I guess, fully recovered in that sense of things, but still has the mindset of, I don't want to be too big. And she's on a muscle building phase. Like she understands.
Still a difficult process, even when you know.
You still have those thoughts, especially if you've had a disordered eating past. And I think with her, she would show me these videos of girls with like big lats, like, you know, like really lat spreading, posing lats, big backs, and then she would show me examples of like what she did want, which was like girls with slimmer backs and like blah blah blah. And she showed me 2 examples, and I was like, they have the exact same amount of muscles. She is posing,
shredded.
She's shredded. She's posing in a way that is deliberately showing her lats. And she's worked really hard to do those posing classes to stand like that. And the other girl is also not doing that. She's in her more like aesthetic athleisure wear. She's not in a bodybuilding gym. She's in a nice studio. All of which are personal choices by both of them, but they're both still lifting weights.
She's maybe got a little bit more fat on her.
Yeah.
So you can't see it as much.
Yeah, but it's more like I had to sit and explain to her that your lat pull downs are not going to turn you all of a sudden into that. That girl that you said you do want to look like, is still doing lat pull downs. So again, obviously there's certain exercises that you want to do and don't want to do because you want to develop X part. Like again, if I want to grow my glutes more, I'm going to be training my glutes more. So like, but that's also not a reason to not train your upper body as much or whatever it is.
I didn't used to train upper body because I didn't want my upper body to be big.
Yeah.
So I thought,
a lot of people don't realise.
I just won't train it at all. I'll just do lower body. But like, training your upper body is making you look toned and
but it also allows you to have stronger glutes.
Yeah.
Like if you're able to have a stronger upper body, you're able to lift heavier dumbbells for your RDLs to grow your glutes. Like there's we won't go into that. That's not what this chat's about. But it's like, I think the debunking thing of weights making you bulky is one that you will go red in the face and blue in the face talking about and how that will not happen. But it's kind of telling your friend to stop talking to her ex. It's like they're not going to listen to you
until they're ready.
Until they're ready, or until they understand just by doing.
Yeah.
Again, a thing I'll always say is the only way out is through, and like the only way out of that thinking is to do it. To also see. And again, everything that you're saying you don't want, I do. So are you saying I'm bulky? Are you saying that I'm too manly or do I not look feminine? And then obviously they're like, oh no, like I want to look like you, or whatever it is, and I'm doing all the things that they are scared of. So it is quite. It's the dying old. I really do think it is happening less now, and there's definitely more education out there of lifting heavier weights, and still being feminine.
Because even as well, for example, the 12-week peak, some people are like, oh, I want to lose, but I actually don't want to be that shredded. And I'm like, you don't need to be that shredded. Like, you can still do it and not lose as much.
Yeah.
Like,
so it's all like, exactly that. Like,
it's all relative to your experience, your existing muscle mass, and like the point to which you want to take it.
Yeah, exactly.
So lifting weights is not making you bulky. Other fitness myths that I've got down, and I'll just list them, and then you can kind of talk about them. So one, that you can you can spot reduce fat.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't specifically decide where you're losing fat. Your body is deciding that. That cardio is the only way to lose fat. Pilates is what will make you look lean versus lifting weights, and that you have to train every day.
Yeah.
So I would say absolutely do not train every single day.
Oh God.
You need to have rest days. Rest days are so important. Like I will train max 5 times a week, usually only 4.
Yeah, I'm 3 or 4.
Yeah.
I could tell you the last time I trained for 5 days.
No.
No, but I think when people are in it, and it's normally the all or nothing people, that when people are given something their all, which is great, they want to do it all,
Yeah.
and they want to do it all the time. And it's that kind of no days off until something speed bumps them up, like, you know, they fumble, and then they're not able to go back to sometimes.
Yeah.
Or it is all or nothing.
Yeah.
So like, training 7 days a week, or even like 6, unless you're eating, you know, with a coach that is giving you correct nutrition, and you've conditioned yourself, like you're a genuine athlete that is conditioned to train twice a day, or it's definitely not something you should be doing, because like, I always explain it like, if you're trying to lose fat or build muscle, imagine you're trying to build a sandcastle and you're digging a hole, and digging the hole is the essential part to build the sandcastle, but in order to see the sandcastle, you need to empty the bucket. You need to, you know, that. Whereas if you're overtraining, you're never emptying the bucket. You're just digging a hole. So you're never actually able to build a sandcastle.
Yeah, I like that.
We all want to build a sandcastle.
We want to build sandcastles.
Yeah.
I can be guilty of doing that as well, though. Like, if I'm in something, I am like all in. So when it's been like a dieting phase, I want to just go for it. So even right now, Alan's coaching me, and I'm even like, I could drop my calories, I could increase this and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, no. And I know that's what I need, because even I have the knowledge myself, but it's just kind of human nature. When things are going well, you just want to like make it better, or just keep pushing yourself a little bit more. But that just ends up with burnout, which I'm really focusing on my energy and like what I'm doing, even just work wise, and having more awareness.
Yeah, no, I had a client that said, you know, she was like, I was like, what do you do normally when you're trying to lose fat? And she was like, oh, I dropped to 1,600 calories. And this person was a little bit bigger, and maintained easily on 2,000 plus. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just, there was no need to drop to 1,600 calories straight away. And I was like, okay, so what happens when you plateau? When, you know, when you stop losing weight at 1,600 calories, where do you go? And she's, right, yeah, you're right. Like, when you go in hard and fast,
you've got
nowhere to go.
Yeah,
like if you go in like, I'm going to do 12,000 steps a day, plus I'm going to do cardio, I'm going to train 7 days a week, I'm going to go to the gym 5 days a week, or whatever it is. Like, when it comes to us making a change and like seeing like, all right, so something needs to change, calories need to drop, steps need to be increased, cardio needs to be increased. If it's already all at 100, we've got nowhere to go.
Yeah, it's like
unless
some
you are
lever
wanting
needs
to be measurable.
What lever can be pulled if you're already doing all of that? Yeah. But again, like me in the past, I would say I was doing that, and I was doing that 4 days a week.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't actually doing that 7 days a week. So that's always something to think about as well. Spot reducing fat, you can't do that. No, so sometimes people come and they're like, oh, like I just want to lose weight on specifically my arms. And
that'd be nice, wouldn't it?
We can't decide.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Like, you will lose weight overall if that is what you're doing. Again, it's a bit different if you're building muscle and you want to build a specific part of your body. You have a little bit more control over that. You can put more volume through those body parts. But when it comes to losing, specifically decide.
Like me at 57 kgs or me at 65 kgs, like it all comes from my legs. Like, not really, but like I know that when I'm leaner, I've got a lot less cellulite. I've obviously got I like to call my double butt. So like, I've got my bum, and then the top of my thighs, I carry a bit of excess weight there, because that's just naturally where fat cells are on me. Whereas like my mum and my sister have no fat in their legs at all and carry their weight in their boobs and their belly. So like that's...
Body shapes are different.
We're all different. And again, you've got those people, like, again, just say my mum was like, oh, I want to lose just my belly fat. I don't mind my legs. Whereas if I was like, oh, I just want to lose weight in my legs, I'm good about my arms. Tough. It's like there's no like rhyme or reason. It's your body will lose it everywhere equally.
Yeah.
But if I carry,
it's proportionate to you.
Exactly that. So I look a lot slimmer than I am sometimes because you can see my collarbones even when I'm a little bit heavier. And I don't carry a lot of weight in my face, whereas
my chin.
I so disagree.
My chin's got a little bit smaller, guys. Hopefully it's better in today's podcast because I have been really done dirty.
the what do you call it?
The still of me. Oh, I'm literally like this. It's so bad. I've just got another one. Great.
But yeah, like you can't. And if I got to choose to lose my double butt first, I would be doing that.
I'm calling my body and I'm asking it.
Yeah, but it doesn't work like that. And again, I could be in a calorie deficit or stay lean all year round or leaner all year round to keep that bit off. I'd be miserable.
Yeah.
Like I have to pretty much just learn to accept that I'm a little bit more lower body dominant and
that's it.
That's okay.
That's it.
And that's as simple as that. Obviously, I can work and develop those areas, muscle, etc. And again, a lot of the time, people that are wanting to spot reduce obviously it's excess fat in that area, but
losing fat
losing fat 100% is going to help overall, but more muscle in that area would also help. Like again, if someone that has a little bit more belly fat, if they had more muscle there, they'd have less fat to come down to. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So your muscles would be more.
Or people that say, oh, I've got bingo wings. I'm like, well, if you train and you build muscle there, even in losing a little bit of fat, you have more definition.
Yeah.
And it's as well like...
Helps with loose skin as well.
Loose skin, yeah. Like muscle and fat weigh the same. Muscle occupies less space than fat. So if you're viewing this, like say this is muscle and this is fat, same amount, but that looks smaller than that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay, quick fire questions to kind of finish up. Also, it's almost 11:11, so I will be making a wish in 1 minute. Gym ick. Have you got any gym icks? Someone, it's 11:11, make a wish, everyone. They're not going to be listening at this time, but I'm just
this is a girl's chat. We're allowed to stop and just make a wish. Like, let's just make a wish. Spot reduce fat.
Nutella's calorie free.
Okay.
Right. Gym someone messaged me saying about men grunting in the gym.
It is such an ick. Like, it is such. Obviously, like, there's time and a space for people needing to grunt, but
not in front of me.
No, it's just not necessary. Like 9 times out of 10, I would say.
Like, I'm just like, there's no need for that. That's not helping you. That's
so embarrassing.
Fatiguing you. Yeah, actually, if anything.
And there's probably a lot of people that disagree and
maybe
or are grunters.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, like my face is as hideous as a grunt sometimes.
Yeah.
When I'm pushing so hard.
Same.
But it's obnoxious. I think that's what it is. I think the ick is obnoxious. Because that's what grunting to me is. That's what I get from grunting is like they're obnoxious. They think that they're
lifting the heaviest in the gym.
Yeah, trying harder than everybody else because no one else is grunting. For me, always it's no socks and shoes.
Oh yeah. I mean, I can deal with people in socks.
No, socks are fine.
Yeah.
Only if they're like full width, like not knee high. You know what I mean? Like ankle socks for me are an ick. Yeah. I know that's a me thing. That's not an everyone thing.
I can kind of get on board with that.
I just think if your socks are not mid shin, put them in the bin.
Really?
I am so passionate. Again,
can I just ask though, when did it become a thing that we did wear socks that weren't just ankle socks?
Well, it's
because I feel like it only happened a few years ago.
No, like 80s. Like
I just
leg
all of a sudden had to buy these socks.
Yeah.
I wore ankle socks for years, and then all of a sudden I was like, I have to wear these.
Yeah. But again,
weird.
When I put it on my story, and I did get a lot of controversial opinions back to it. One said that her legs were too fat for these kind of like that kind of sock didn't fit her legs.
Yeah.
Which I totally get. That's absolutely fair. because that would like cut off circulation. That makes sense. But equally, I think just buy bigger socks then. Like
bigger socks.
But like,
get the ankle socks in the
For
bin.
me, just if you can see that bone in your ankle, they're too short. Like they're too short. And again, and when they are that short, you can't see them in your shoe sometimes. So it looks like you're wearing those socks.
They slip down.
Yeah.
That's the worst. See when you're trying to pull that out of your heel.
And I know I'm splitting opinions here, but I hate trainer socks. Like I hate they're so icky. It's such a big ick to me. Bad posture.
Bad posture.
That's is that a gym
ick? Or just a general ick? Do you know what I would actually say?
Or maybe
posture can improve with the gym as well.
Oh, 100%.
I feel like I used to be more hunched.
Yeah.
My gran used to always say that I didn't stand tall, and she thought it was because I was tall.
Yeah.
That I was like consciously doing that. I don't know. But yeah, posture can improve.
A lot of my clients, when we look for their photos, their posture has got so much better improved by training their back.
Yeah.
On your shoulders, like in general, like 100%. But I guess I see people with bad posture in the gym, so that's why I'll say.
So they're also
bad posture as well.
I'm trying to think of any more. Mine wouldn't be the trainer socks, so I'm trying to think what a gym ick is for me. Probably just
the ab machine, the ab crunch machine. If there's a guy or a girl on the ab crunch machine, illegal.
I'm gonna do it.
That to me is.
I'm gonna do it and film it and put it on my Instagram.
There's probably a billion things that I do in the gym that are icky.
Yeah.
Posing in front of the mirror, I do that.
Can be an ick. Yeah.
That's icky.
Yeah. What else? I'm trying to think what else I do or that I've seen someone do. I feel like someone approaching you in the gym.
Yeah.
Actually, no, because if they're really hot, then I'm happy.
No, but see, this is where it's a double sword.
I know.
Because
it's a fine line.
I said, before I met Jack, when I was in that kind of like in-between phase of what I wanted from somebody and what I was like allowed before, etc., I was like, okay, so where do I meet somebody?
Yeah, because I'd want to meet them.
I was in art school at the time, and I only went to art school, and I only went to my retail job, which there's not a lot of straight men in retail, or the shops that I worked in, and the gym. So I was like, okay, so I can't meet anyone at work because none of them like me. I'm not meeting any bachelors studying art.
No.
I'm just not.
Well,
and again, they're 100% there out there, but not in Bristol.
Not for you.
And the gym is a double sword because even if I was attracted to them, I don't want to go out with someone that approaches girls in the gym. Do you know what I mean? So like,
but
I want them to come. No,
I'm like, but they really fancied me.
No, but that's what I'm saying. You want them to come say hi because they're really attractive and you fancy them.
Yeah.
But then you don't want someone that goes up to girls in the gym. So that's where I was like,
yeah. See, I've actually never thought about that.
Yeah.
Because if I've been approached by someone and they've been so confident to come up to me and I've really fancied it, I've been like.
And again, there's 100% exceptions to the rules. There's probably people listening that have met their partners in the gym and it's worked out wonderfully. But in my
partner
opinion,
in the gym,
I'm like, that's where I was just like,
it's a hard one.
It's a hard one. Again,
because it's no different to being like in a bar.
No, none at all. None at all. But again, I think just approaching girls in the gym is such like a touchy subject, I guess, because like you'll also get the people that are trying to correct your form or thinking that they're mansplaining to you. Actually, one of the questions that I got asked, can we talk about that? Oh, we've no time, do we? One of the questions I got asked on Instagram for this podcast was, since we're talking about girls, that they felt like men got taken more seriously in the gym or in the workplace just because they were men, and they felt that the girls were, even with more education, weren't taken as seriously. So like again, I could be like I got someone was speaking to me about form in the gym, and obviously I'm a personal trainer.
Yeah, sure, I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and they weren't really correcting me, but they definitely were kind of bringing it up. But they felt that they could, whereas I know for a fact they would not have done that to a guy.
Yeah.
So anyway, just that's where it gets a little bit messy with like guys approaching girls in the gym. It's like,
then I could
where's it coming from?
Yeah, I could also flip that. Like, for example, when I first started going to the gym and I was like 14, I remember using the Smith machine, and like this older man actually came up to me, but he showed me how to use it.
Yeah.
So like that was amazing. I had no idea. So
there's
always
there is great guys, great PTs in the gym with the best intentions,
Yeah,
of course.
It's the same as everything in anywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's not a gimmick, actually. If you're hot, approach me.
If you're hot, approach Laura. But yeah, for me, like, for me, it's no. I don't want to be approached in the gym. I don't like, and even I think when I first met Alex, he came up to me because obviously I was applying for MTN, and I was just like, I had my head down. I was not even looking at anybody else, and like he was just like,
"Are you okay?"
Like, and and he always said like, you don't look at anybody in the gym. You have your head down. But for me, that is like a
focus zone.
I'm focused in the gym. I don't want people coming up to me.
I'm like not aware really of my surroundings sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm just like I'm just doing my workout.
Yeah.
And most of the time I'm doing a workout myself.
Yeah.
So I'm not even speaking or anything.
Oh my God, I just thought of an egg.
Okay, go.
The guys that are looking for people to talk to.
In the gym?
In the gym. Like, for instance, in my gym, I won't say to but I feel like there's a lot of guys in there that are literally walking around trying to find someone to talk to.
Do you think?
Yeah.
That's not a thing at Commando.
No, it's not. No, it's definitely not a thing at Commando. No, definitely not. I feel like everyone at Commando is
everyone's just friendly and chatty and nice.
Whereas in my gym, so I guess the select few that know that what gym that is, I feel like there's some guys, and it gives me the ick. I'm not saying it's an ick, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing to do, but it gives me the ick, like looking for eye contact to try and have a conversation. Like, because again, it's only an ick to me because my head is down.
Yeah,
like, and I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
maybe that's controversial.
Well, I don't think I can think of any others, to be honest. I've actually not really come up with a gimmick.
No, I don't have a lot, because I'm also, anytime that I think anything is icky, I'll do what we just spoke about and reflect why do I think that's icky? Yeah. That's a me problem.
Yeah.
And again, even if it's like girls wearing like super revealing clothes for attention, there's a part of me is like, and?
Yeah.
Now, even if I'm like, oh, like that, even if I feel a certain way, like they've got like the massive like V-cut, like
I was gonna say like our defined shorts.
Yeah. So I'm saying, you know, the ones that are like come like down the crack, not the scrunch. I'm talking about like the V.
Yeah.
So like even ones like that where you know that they're wearing them to get
to enhance,
to get whatever. Yeah. I'm also just like, yes, like
Same.
Go girl, like you know what I mean. But then for some other people that might be an ick, or even just wearing like really like revealing tops or whatever it is. It's like, well, they have boobs.
Yeah. If I had boobs,
they'd be on the show as well. Like, so I'm just trying to think of like icks that all of the icks that I've said,
you can also reflect back.
I can reflect back and like, why do I think that?
Yeah. Okay, so we actually have no gimmicks, to be honest.
No gimmicks.
Maybe some flags. Maybe some flags. Okay, I think we should wrap up there because we have been yapping for quite a long time, but
there'll be a lot cut.
Yeah, I don't think there will be, to be honest. We're just gonna post it. Hope you enjoyed this. One reflection prompt to end this podcast. We don't need to answer it. It's just for everyone to have a think about.
Or comment underneath.
Or comment. Comment. Are your habits supporting the woman or man that you're becoming, or the version that you're trying to outgrow? I'm just going to leave you with that mic drop. Thank you for listening.